Welcome back to another episode of A Lady's Garden, and welcome to my front porch. Today we're going to be working on a little project in a planter over there, and I decided to take you guys along for just a quick tour of what I have going on my porch. So let's see. So as we step up, there's a couple steps to come up here. This is my wreath that I made last year. I do enjoy having different wreaths on the door throughout the season, so I change them from season to season, and I try to DIY them, all of them. There is one particular one, it's a Christmas one, that's just absolutely gorgeous, and I did not DIY that one, and I don't really see the need to because I just love the one that I have for the door at Christmas time. But the other ones I do try to DIY, so it's just a simple grapevine, and I'll usually buy a bouquet that I find very pretty at the craft store, and I'll separate them because I want to get the most bang for my buck. So I'll buy a bouquet that has different types of flowers, like a wild bunch. This one was peonies, and I believe it had a couple of these little yellow guys here, but it was a full bouquet that I separated. I had the hydrangeas, the lime green hydrangeas, and they were a bouquet, and then I just put everything together, took it apart, put it back together. Over here we have a garden angel. This is actually the planter that we'll be working on. So where the white flowers are, I would usually in the past get creeping Jenny. Quite a lovely plant. It is a beautiful spiller, so it would spill over the sides of this container, and I would have this lemon lime draping, almost like a little curtain, and then I would always have the pink. Usually when I find a plant combination that works, I just stick with it. I'm not really too experimental with my containers. It's just if something works and it's pretty, I go back for it year after year. This year I decided just to do a full floral bouquet, so to speak, for the container, and I just added the white to go with the pink. And here is the name of the flowers over here. So we'll be planting that up, and then under here I do have the name tag, so I'll flash that on the screen as well. But this little guy, it's actually just sitting in this pot, so we'll have to plant that one up as well. It's quite like a succulent type flower plant, but it's very pretty. You can see on camera, it's very vibrant. It's actually more vibrant on camera than it is in person, but it's beautiful. I do like it. And then over here, go back this way, we have a Boston Fern, and we have a little sitting area. It's a little porch, just a small porch, but it does its job. We like it a lot. You can come out here and just sit. Oh, and there's a gust of wind. Have a cup of tea, some chocolate, and whatnot. So it's windy today. It was rainy all weekend, but now it decides to pick up wind now a little bit more. And if we peek over here, you'll see the roses are coming in, so I'm quite excited about that. We'll give a tour a little later when they're all full bloom, but for now we'll just quickly plant this up, and then after I will show you guys the end result. Okay, we're all back and the plants are all planted in, and I really like how it turned out. There's a couple of spots here, as you can see, that I'll come back and I'll top dress with some sheet moss, but overall I like the look. I really do. Just to get a close-up of this color here, it's the same plant essentially, it's just a different color, but yeah, so that's where we are. This trellis is actually an add-on, so this didn't come with the planter itself. This is actually a little, you know how they have those mini fences that you can kind of hook together and maybe put in front of a little vegetable garden or a little vegetable patch, or just something to keep other little animals out. This is what that is, and I just thought it would look really cute inside of this planter since it had the same matching lattice effect. Now if I can only get this same lattice on this planter in a very large size to go in the back garden against the wall of the house. That would just be so great. But this planter, as you can see here, is actually sitting inside of another planter. There's another planter inside of this big planter because I didn't want to wear out or tarnish even more swiftly the metal. So I found something that fit and just nestle it right in there. So I always try to get plants that kind of spill over. Eventually this will spill over. I mean, this one's already doing the job for me. But as time goes on and the season progresses, then they'll spill, not a whole lot, but they'll spill enough where you can't see the liner anymore. And then over here, I mentioned my Boston Fern, which I'm really excited about having because this is the first time I've ever bought a Boston Fern. I know, crazy, right? They're everywhere, especially this time of year. But this area here, I usually have a plant. In the past, it's been like some type of flower, not the one that I use in the other copper planter, but I think I've used Diamond Frost. I hope I'm saying that correctly. But I've used that, and it's pretty, but I wanted something with a little bit more weight. And while shopping the other day, I saw it, and I said, you know what, let's try a Boston Fern. I'll try to even take it inside once it gets cooler in the fall months. If it's too cold to keep it out here, I'm going to try to house plant it, to make it a house plant, to convert it into a house plant. But yeah, it's still actually sitting in a pot that I got from the store. So I'm thinking about what color pot, if I even want to change the pot, do I put up here? Do I want to go into a coppery kind of pot? Do I want to do a black one? Do I want to do a white one? My house plants inside, they all have white pots because I wanted a theme. So all of my house plants inside my house, it's white pots. Different designs on them, but it's all white, kind of a creamy white color. But that's it for now. That's the porch. Thanks again for always watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Happy gardening, fellow gardeners. Bye.